The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Now, tablet and pen time. If you don't know me, get to know me very well. I build a relationship with every client, and I have 31 million millionaire clients, 29 billionaires now. So if you want to get to million, maybe to billion, if you pay attention, I'll get you there. Because if I can do it, so can you. So the bottom line, this is live. We have to have fun. Now it means tablet and pen time to write things down. Now there's no pictures, there's no recording. If you don't write it down, how are you going to record it? There's the goal. As we do this, let's understand. I like goodies. When I bought my first Lamborghini at 14 and a half, that was fun. I bought it from an auction, but I'm the guy that invented Car Finder. And I made my first million at 14 and a half. Did you know I did 2.6 billion in corporate structure? The time I was 26. I like Lamborghinis and Ferraris. What I didn't like is eating out of a damn trash can. I thought it sucked. So we got the ability to play the game. take a picture of this page. Go ahead. Go click, click, click. Certain pages I'm going to say take a picture. Here's our problem, okay? Problem is you in a lot of ways. Listening to silly people how to do this or that. Now, I'm going to give you some blah, 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 but I'm going to give you rules and tools. The reason I want you to take a picture of this, I want you to think about what I've done all my life. I do what's called auto income. So write down auto income. This means when I had my 22,000 payphones, literally at 17 and a half, my 19 houses, and then I couldn't get into number 20. They told me, no, what the? I got 19 houses at 17 and a half years old, and they can't tell me I get number 20. Loan to value problem. I transferred my divisions, and I freed up my loan to value problem. See, I like making money, but I don't want to work the business. All right, I don't want to run the company. I want to own it, but I don't want to run it. So when you look at storage units, controlling 44% of those in California is kind of fun. Dry cleaners, laundromats, Wendy's, Jack in the Box. How about some gas stations? How about parking structures? How about EV charging stations? How about car washes? How about real estate? It was fun having my apartment complex as my commercial real estate. I like making money because I wanted out of hell. So today we're going to talk about me a little bit and a lot about you. We're going to play the game. Now, rags to riches. Oh, well, no one gave a shit. No, they didn't give a damn. Come on. I mean, no one really cares about anybody but themselves, right? That's how I was raised. I got born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. Kind of sucks. She threw me away. I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. Your journey today began with me. If you allow me to turn you into a millionaire. Let's draw the diagram in front of you. Come on. Here's a corporation. Let's pretend it's Bank of America. Well, they bankrupt 6,000 locations. What did they do? Their parent company owns branches called branch numbers. By the way, that's separate corporations. They own subsidiaries. So when they bankrupt a location, they take the money and the assets and write off their taxes. We the people, all we do is bring the pain home. So let's look at the banks and the grocery stores in your city today. How about Sam's Club? How about Geico? How about 11 cities filed bankruptcy so far? So if you understand, if you can listen and learn today, I'm going to show you how the system works. First thing you need to do right it down, stop bringing the pain home. You bring the pain home because you jack up your credit cards, you drop your score, you get stuck, hell, you can't get any more, and you backed yourself in a corner, and you hawked your house. I call that silly and dumb. Now, the only ultimate goal is simple. Why don't you allow me to turn you into a certified CFO and get you at least $1 million of credit? Is that okay? You can stop bringing the pain home and reprogram your brain. Now, let's understand. We have to look behind the curtain. Let me explain what this means. When I was 3 years old, Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, would drop me off at Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30. She'd roll that window down and she'd say, if you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'm leaving there to die. She was a she-devil from hell. I ran over to the pier. There was a light. There was a hot dog stand. They sold caramel corn and all kinds of goodies. Kept a little warm. Ate out of a trash can. And then I stole off the pier. Third day, man grabs my hand and goes, ah! He gave me a choice. My choice was very simple. I can call the police or you can take out my trash. I got a choice, and this man changed my life. So I owe a lot of it up to him. All right, go to jail or take out the trash. Till I was 9.5 years old, I was known as boy, come clean the chum bucket. Boy, take out my trash. All the owners knew me as boy. Even Tony's on the pier. The owner, what did they do? Go to their palace, bring and raise what? Palace Verdes, that mansion. Got to shove horse and cow manure every weekend. So we get to play the game. So what did I do next? I studied rich and famous people. One of the things made to me, and most people I don't understand, you complain about rich and famous people not paying tax. It's like, why don't you shut up and join them? We want to pay as much tax as we have to. All right. But I saw Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes, and Rat Beach. They got money. I wanted my money too. So I studied every rich and famous person I get my hands onto, a book and a magazine. I believe you didn't learn to play the game. I believe you brought the pain home for your lack of knowledge. So I want you to think about something today. To get you to be a certified CFO, you have to balance your debt. Not easy to do, but I'll show you different ways to do it. So let's understand all the cards you have in your personal wallet today. You put a sticky, we dummy size it. We write down the limit of the card. We maintain 25% and never pass 29%. Now listen carefully. That means we're going to balance the debt. And then you're going to give me excuses. These two cards do not fluctuate. What does that mean? They're unlimited, unpaid overtime limit as well, and you can charge up to $1 million. And what do you do? They don't fluctuate at all, as long as you maintain the payment. If you do exactly what I tell you to do, I'll guarantee you have a 750 score the rest of your life. All right? And you don't bring the pain home. The reality is going to be up to you. When I trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW years ago, became a Spirit. TRW stood for Thomas Raymer Warridge. They made bicycle parts in El Segundo, California. Then they got information business, and they were bought out by Asperian in '96, the largest credit agency in the world. When I drew the first one of these, it was simple. I call it good, fair, or hell no. You see, like I just told you, two cards don't make it fluctuate. Would you like to maintain a 750 the rest of your life? I'm online 6 days a week live, and I hold people's hand every step of the way. I don't have excuses. So 750, 29% rule, gold and platinum cards. Now, if you're jacked up your personal credit, all screwed up, jacked up here, all right, debt consolidation is a piece of crap. It doesn't work, and filing a bankruptcy makes it worse. So let's take a picture of this page. Click. I can show you how to get supply credit, turn it to cash with no guarantee, and take that cash and do what? Balance your debt. But you have to do a little work. You can't be lazy, but that's up to you. So understand. See, I have no excuses. Neither do you. I've accomplished every goal I've ever had into the billionaires by the time I was 26. So there's me in 1981. All right. Every time I hear some idiot say white men can't jump, I broke the record in highest kick and fastest kick in 81. That's my assets higher than a 7-foot locker. So I got no excuses. I have everything I want. Why don't you? Understand. This is the United States of America, land of opportunity. Why don't you have everything you want? Rules and tools. So let's play the game and understand raisecredit.com. From there, I want to make you a certified CFO. Under a corporation division process I invented in 85, 86. I want you to understand like my coaching programs. All right, I analyze these people every 7 days, and I'm on the phone with them every week. Now we're going to talk about a blueprint. I'd like to get on the phone with you. I'd like to talk about your blueprint. I'd like to talk about your past, present, and future, and the good, bad, and the ugly. I'd like to talk about family, corporation, division process, irrevocable trust, car, all right, house, all right, auto income. And what I put in my book 46 years ago, page 6, paragraph 3, financial freedom, cash flow for your time. I wrote that in my book 46 years ago. So understand, this is basically a checklist. You need a list, just like you need to go to the grocery store. So the next thing we have to think about is plan A. Why? Because there's no plan B. Plan B is for losers who settle. It's like the one that say, thank God it's hump day or thank God it's Friday. That's just a loser comment. All right, if you're an entrepreneur, you don't care what damn day it is. You want to go get it. Let's focus on chapter 18. You see it right in front of you? Oh, you got a corporation? Oh, goody for you. I'm sorry, I don't think you know diddly squat. You pay thousands for a piece of paper that's actually free. And you didn't learn diddly squat. And your attorneys and CPAs, they don't even understand division process. They don't understand it at all. So I got to teach them too. So let's understand. I'm 7.5 years old. I hear listening to Mrs. Pope's poker game on a Wednesday night. They're all talking blah, 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 whiskey, smoking cigars and drinking and whiskey and all kinds of stuff. But I heard a corporation is a legal person. I wrote it down. I drove my bicycle to the Torrance Police Department the next day. Man, what does this mean? See, next door was a library. She walked away. She was rude. 5 minutes later, she said, here's a mock of his. Here's a book. I read the book. You know what I got? Nothing. You've been reading the books too. You're highly intelligent, but you never got to million to billion. And I don't understand, as smart as you are, why didn't you follow through? But again, it's on you. So guess what we did? I went to the library for 2 years. 2 years. And what did I do? I studied and studied and studied. I wanted to come up with a blueprint. And I did. Do you know what I realized at 9.5 years old, corporations are free? You pay a little filing fee. I sent away my $10. It was a money order. Secretary of State of California. I got my corporation to come back. It was nice. And you know what freaked us out? I got $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. Can you imagine this stuff coming in the mail? It's amazing. I got $53 million of credit cards just for the fun of it. You see, I've been collecting this stuff since I was 9.5. Back in the 80s, late 80s and 90s, people got credit cards in the mail without applying to the corporations too. Now, I just circled something I want you to pay attention to. It says may sue or be sued. So just understand, you're the voice for the corporation. When they sue the corp, they're going to name you. Kind of sucks. My first corporation for $10 was Helping Hand Industries. I even got named in the movie Dave. Isn't that fun? Now I got a problem at 12.5. I used the word Braille. I started the Orange County Blind Center, and their word Braille belonged to the Braille Institution, so I got in trouble. I got named in a lawsuit. Scared the crap out of me. See, that's what happens when they sue a corp. They sue that person, which is me, and it's going to be you. Never bring the pain home. Can you pay attention to that? So guess what? When I was a little boy, they kept saying, don't put your eggs in one basket. And so what does that mean? Well, I got back from the grown-ups with, I think grown-ups are stupid when I was a kid. All right. And when I grew up, I realized they were pretty stupid. So understand something today. My goal is to repackage your life, all right, and get you past go and get you to $1 million. Is that okay? And never bring the pain home. Warning about me. I'm honest and I'm blunt and I'm direct and I tell it like it is. If you follow stupid, you did stupid. That doesn't mean you're stupid. See, half the people in this world, about 80% are freaking lazy people, and they expect someone to hand it to them. All right, 20% want to see it, believe it, go get it. Me, I got the nickname of the Godfather of Credit when I was on KNX for 49 years. I tell people what to do. I treat them like they're 2 years old, and I want them to follow through. Is that okay if we play my way for a while? See, I think your way sucks. You didn't get it there. So we're going to make that list. You see, here's what happens. You go to the grocery store, you need a list, right? Here's a goal list. If you have a goal list, challenge me, because I get bored. I want to give you a daily list, a weekly list, and a project list. I want to get you to millionaire. Would that be okay if you did what I told you to do? I got a foolproof program. I made a promise to myself as an adult. I'd never get married and have kids unless I had a foolproof program that I created myself, because hiring someone else would be kind of silly and dumb for me. So guess what? I got a foolproof program. Now I got a wife and 6 kids and 10 grandkids and 1 on the way. Now my clients are basically the Lakers, the Clippers, the Angels, Sugar Shane Mosley, and on and on and on. I'm known as Rich and Famous Incorporated for rich and famous people. Even Dr. Lucky and Arnold there too. We get to play. How about Superman for Gold's Gym? How about college professor? How about a homeless guy? How about basically Giovanni $1.6 million? How about a pizza delivery person? You see, $1.2 million in 9 months. Even people coming out of prison I get to play with too. Here's Freeway Ricky Dickie Ross, gold and platinum cards. Up to $1 million freaking bucks. But again, here's Thomas. Thomas was in prison for 26 years. Within 6 months of coaching, brand new dump trucks. Would that be okay if you did millions of dollars a year too? Now, here's your problem. You didn't pay attention how the work of the system was set up, and you followed ducks and sheep, your friends and family. So let's understand how to play the right way. You signed an SS5 form. You don't even know what that is until I explain it to you. Isn't that fun? That's how you get your SSN. Now, if you didn't do it, mommy did it. That means in 1971, Nixon took the gold standard out. Got it? So this number is allowed for the 1040 tax return. It's we, the people. We get to sign the number, and then I want you to compare SS5 to SS4. Can you do that for me? Can you put your hands like this? See, SS4, SS5, SSN, tax, and probate when we're dead. The time of death at the hospital is for the state and federal government, because you can't take your stuff with you. They want to make sure your friends don't steal it anyway. The SS4 is taxable when you're profitable. Now, if you don't file tax returns, you're just a crook. Go to prison like Wesley Snipes did for 3 years, $5 million fine. That's where you belong. Line 1, look at line 1 right there. Legal name of entity, individual person. Did you know the only form the IRS created, all right, literally is for the banking and credit purpose, was the SS4? All right, you keep breaking the rules and tools anyway. So today I want you to write down irs.gov. I want you to write down 1244. Can you do that for me? 1244? I'd like you to file what's called a single tax return with you and the corporation, almost paying no tax. until you get to 3 to 5 million. See, this is why I don't understand why people don't do tax returns, because they can do this and don't have to pay no tax anyway. So why would they be that stupid? All right, I don't understand stupid. You understand stupid yet? Now, Richard ran around Survivor show twice and almost died naked. The world, what? He got $1 million. I told him to reference 3 times 5, turn it to 14 to 15 million. He didn't listen to me. His CPA told him you get to keep 375. The rest goes in the IRS's pocket. He says, hell no. He pissed it all away. Went to prison for 3.5 years, 10 years probation, and violated that too. So the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. See, we're not stupid. 80% are lazy. You got to learn to see it, believe it, go get it. You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. The lack of knowledge is our stupidity. And let's give you the knowledge you need to understand. The United States of America Incorporated. They got 50 corps, 50 states, cities. Good. They invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy so they can bankrupt 11 cities and stay in business in front of you. We the people. Supreme Court says a corporation's a legal person, and I'm telling you to stop bringing the pain home. We're going to write down division of me now. Can you do that for yourself? A division of me. We're going to look at this form right here. Legal name of entity or individual person. I can put your name, corporation, division, or subsidiary right on that form. I can build you a corporation with division process that I invented in 85, 86, up to $1 million of cash credit. Would that be okay if we play that game too? Now let's understand something here. All right, I got 3 divisions of me, 5 closet divisions. I have a backup for a backup. Why do I have to have that? Because I have to. Now, see, I don't want to go back to the pier and go into being homeless again. I don't ever want to be broke, because that would suck. So let's write down 8 divisions, 3 for you and 5 for the closet. See, every time you screw up, you didn't give yourself a backup. You got no backup. You became the number 1 and the duck and the sheep. When you jacked it up, got stuck, couldn't get any more, you backed yourself in a corner with your family. You should have division process. So we're going to play my way for a while. Here's a Lamborghini part of the collection. Here's the key. It's $1 million car. The payment is $6,800 a month when I obtained it the first time. $6,800 a month. See, here I got my 22,000 payphones. I got my laundromat, dry clean, storage units, my apartment complex, commercial real estate. And you know what I did? I bought that Lamborghini as a division. I also guarantee it as a division of me. Boom, 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 boom. Now, if I maintain my life, and I got a problem with that piece, that division, the car. What am I going to do? The 3-step. I invented something called disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I'm going to put it over here. See, I want you to understand, your grocery stores, your banks, and cities do this in your face, and you didn't bother to learn how to play. And all you did is swallow ducks and sheep and go all day long. Sorry, it's true. If I can't save this sucker within 6 months, you know what I'm going to do? In the Federal Protection Act, I'm going to bankrupt the hell out of it, keep my other pieces. Banks and grocery stores and cities give rid of bad pieces. Why don't you? Oh, you're the only piece. Okay. How about when we sign a lease? It's a division. How about which house you want to get? See, which one's going to fall and sue you and screw you up? The only reason the SS4 is there is to receive money and pay tax when we're profitable. If we look at the Fair Lending Act, one card literally can be 99 more. How many would you like? See, the bottom line is you stole money from your family to start a business. That's called stupid. If you build the cash credit to the corporation, it can write it all off. That's called brilliant. So why don't we do it my way for a while? Why don't you look up your corporation today? It's on Secretary of State's website. Don't remember or understand. When they sue it, they sue you. Did you use your home address like 87% of people do? That's called stupid. You see, they added yourself to the national mailing list and the robocall list. If you use your home address, jump up and kick yourself in the assets and change it to a mailbox, etc., or basically shared office space. Because right now, when they sue that corp, they sue you, and that sucks. Why don't we create a line of defense so we can protect our family like we're supposed to do? Is that okay with you? That's what I want to do for you too. It's fun. Here's a $100 million building I obtained, $1 million Lamborghini, one of them part of the collection of 21 cars, and here's a $5 million mansion, kind of just one of them out of the other ones, and a $1 million race boat. I obtained it. Why didn't you? You see, you get these kind of goodies and all the goodies that I obtained. It's a couple goodies when you get 10 million plus. So we get to play. I've been doing this for 46 years, online or in person, helping people like you. We get to have some fun. Add you to my credit system. and show you how to get that first $5 million mansion right there. And I want you to write down credit, loan, and money. Here's your problem. If you have a corporation, you allow it to do business. When they sue it, they sue you. How about you do it my way for a while, and the corporation becomes a management company, and you have a division for franchise, a division or apartment complex, and you build a line of defense. Then we reference 3 times 5, and the bank gives us $1.5 million credit up to that. And this is financial freedom, what I put in my book 46 years ago. What are you going to do? You're going to create auto income, write it down, up to $100,000 a month. Would that be okay if you do it my way for a while? I had a problem when I had $53 million of credit. The problem is I started to shrink some of my limits. I took $50,000 off of a card. I loaned it out to 5 people. I found out I can basically under C-191D, private loan money, and I brought in $2,400 positive cash flow per month. This is what I put in my book years ago too. Isn't that fun? So what do we get to do? Divisions get to multiply what we're trying to do. So in my book called Buckets of Money, all right, I showed my first matrix. My first matrix is literally for every $100,000 I loaned out, I brought in $41.33 a month. So this matrix right here is in the book called Buckets of Money. Gives you step-by-step how to set it up to take about 18 months. If you do it correctly, you'll do what I did. I created $190,000 a month. Is that okay? $190,000 a month? It did take 41 divisions, and I created auto income. So the bottom line is, remember, you can do auto income this way too. I told you to take a picture of these kind of businesses ran by third party. So I'm online or in person for the last 46 years. All right, that's why they call me the Godfather of Credit. I've been teaching and preaching for 46 years, having fun with people like you. Now, if you want, I got a live event coming up this week. All right, it's actually another week from now. All right, it's online or it's on live. So you can come in person or you can go online. It's a 3-day event. So if you want to call the office at 800-254-9506 and ask them about the 3-day event with Ray Reynolds, let them know, and they'll give you the price too. We're going to tear apart the millionaire's founder's kit. The real estate system that is billions, the financial system, become the bank buckets of money. So what happens is we're going to tear it all apart for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the ultimate goal. And then what we're going to do is very simple. All right, we're going to give you a bunch of bonuses. Why not? See, everything I've ever done, I try to give you back at least 1 to 10 times your investment. Hey, when I got 2.6 billion, 26, I tried to do this for free. Nobody wanted to have fun with me and play because they had no skin in the game. So I'm going to give you back your money, or up to times 10 for everything you do with me. Is that okay? Through personal business credit. I want to take away your excuses because it doesn't basically feed your family. All right, it's like my book coming out called Bullshit Doesn't Pay Your Bills. There's 3 ways to get into this. If you want to attend the 3 days with $50,000 in cash credit, I build you in 3 calls, it's $5,000. If you want $25,000 in credit in 2 calls, it's $3,000. If you want only $10,000 of credit and 1 call with me, it's $2,000. And I'm going to give it away to give you up to times 5 to 10 of your money back to you. So understand, take a picture here, go click, click, click. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@rayscredit.com is the email, and I'm the recipient. Bank, transfer, deposit, or wire. You can also, if you want to use a card, we do charge 5% more. You email me to my personal email, ray@rayscredit.com. So let's understand. I had literally 19 houses at 17 and a half, playing and having fun, making money. But I had a big problem. My problem is I couldn't get number 20 until I transferred my divisions of freedom, loan to value problem. You know what I found out? The buyer's a liar. The agent and the broker too. I hired the contractor, I hired the subcontractor that stood outside Home Depot. They're all trying to steal my money. That kind of sucked. So you know what I did? At 21, I decided to become the bank. I wanted to be the bank. So what do we get to do? Now, one of you have your hand up. Type the damn question. That's all you got to do. All right, simple, type it. So here's what I did. The first car I ever sold, I wanted to see if it would work. See, here's where you kind of screwed up. I sold the car. They gave me a deposit. All right, they're going to go to the credit union for the balance. I said, no. I have a division. I'll loan you the money. So I basically have a loan on the car. All right, I did an assignment of asset. And the reality is they get to pay on a monthly fee I made $412 a month, almost 413. Is that okay for 7 years? When I sold my first house, I did the same thing. Now it gave me $1,218 a month. See, when I was 17, I wanted $1,000 a month because that's what my bills were. So that's almost $2,000 right there. Is that good if we do that? How about today you listen and learn? And if we take an apartment complex, we dissect it, all right, into pieces. We learn what called assignment of mortgages. And then from there, you get a hold of the system for real estate that does billions, or the financial system. Then you learn about assignment of asset. Will that be okay if we play it my way for a while? You see, you had your chance, you kind of blew it. Did you know in 14 states they sell houses brand new for under $100,000? How about we say we want 3? Hey, they're 5,000 down. How many would you like? Okay, you can do a Section 8, or you can have a local real estate office manage it for you. That's called an investment. Let's make you a money-making machine. Is that okay? So let's say, I want to sell computers, right? Okay, I'll get you an account for Dell Computer Apple. We call it OPM. From there, we're going to line up to under 1,000 to $1 million. You don't pay a bill up to 90 days. It's done in Bradstreet. We're going to play my way. Now, if you're jacked up personally, again, all right, debt consolidation is a piece of crap. Does not really work. It'll screw it for 7 years. Or bankruptcy doesn't work either. It'll ruin your life. Okay, so let's take a picture of this here. I can help you get supply, credit, not guaranteed, and turn it into cash. What would you do? Balance your debt. Isn't that what the way you should have done in the first place? Because your lack of knowledge, you brought the pain home. So Amazon and eBay. So again, you don't get these kind of goodies until you get about $10 million. Having fun. God's gift, the mansions in the harbor. How about I got houses on all 5 islands? Wow, isn't that fun? How about race boats and yachts? See, at 26, I got friggin' bored. So how about the Duffys? How about the big buildings and Lamborghinis? How about more Lamborghinis? How about helicopters? There I am again. See, I got everything I want. And I think what happens is people fall like ducks and sheep. Since I didn't get a family and a mommy and daddy, I had to create my own blueprint. I was forced to get out of hell. So there's my ass higher than a 6-foot locker. Hit the light with my foot in my head that night. See, I kicked the door jam at 10. Then the basketball hoop. Whoa! So when I hear an idiot say white men can't jump, all right, give me a break. I hold the record. Kicked out the lights. No matter where you come from, you can accomplish your goal. But I don't want you to hear the word no. See, people say no because they don't know how. All right, you have 1,000 steps to get to millionaire. You need to master every step. Now, this is the Millionaire's Founders Kit. I sold it to Bonaventure for 32 years, every Wednesday night for $5,000 a set. Now, you're treading water. You're playing it safe. Let's write down 5 things that are must-have. You ready to write it down? From there, we need a 750, a real one, not Care Credit First Premier. We need a corporation with about 26 divisions. We need $100,000 to $1 million of cash credit. You need checkbook money, and you need vendor money and supply money. Now, that's a must-have if you want to get to millionaire. Got it? And I'll hold your hand and do most of the work for you anyway. See, I don't really want you to think. I just want you to do. All right? Because I'm going to get you where you need to go. How you receive money matters. SSN, SS4, how we want to pay. Let's pay as much tax as we have to. So let's play. When I was 9.5 years old, after sending away my $10 for Helping Hand Industries, Secretary of State of California, I wrote a blueprint. My blueprint is what I use today, and I want you to learn how to master it too. I call it see it, believe it, go get it. So if you have a corporation, fantastic. If you allow me, I'll build yours, because I don't think you build it at all. Don't have a bunch of cash credit for $1 million. You should. If not, I'll hand you one for free. Is that okay? You will pay your filing fee. So you're going to stop bringing the pain home. You're going to put your ducks in a row, and I'm going to personally repackage you. You're stuck with me personally every step of the freaking way. I don't patch it somebody else. That doesn't make no sense. I have specialists that hold your hand, but every class you're getting stuck with me. Now, rich and famous people, a couple presidents too. Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, Angels, all kinds of fun stuff. But you know what rich and famous people do? They listen better than you. What did you do? You had a kitchen table meeting with your friends and family, started a business, honey. Then you jacked them up, dropped the score, got stuck. Hell, you can't get any more. You backed yourself and family in a corner. What the hell's wrong with you? You hocked your house? I call that stupid. Okay? You're not stupid. You just did stupid. Okay? So let's do this. Let's never bring the pain home. I'll even guarantee it, okay? So let's understand today, you write down today's date. We're going to work on 90 working days to achieve goals. Got it? Then 90 working days. Winning the game of business, I wrote 46 years ago. Page 6, paragraph 3, financial freedom, cash flow, free up your time. There you go. Now, you ever had an oh shit day? Have you ever had an oh shit day? Hey, worth billions of dollars in 2009, got 3 yachts in the backyard. I'm at the Bonovich all the time. My wife wants to take one of the yachts in the backyard to watch the fireworks. Sounds good. Now, my wife does outreach in Colombia, Jamaica, Mexico, and US. Okay, someone came into the country that got on my yacht, had a virus, and they gave it to me. There I am dead at 5:41, July 5th. So understand, my wife told me about at the office at One Technology Drive over on Spectrum. He's in a coma. He's probably going to die. Ron went over there with the U-Haul truck to steal my books and CDs. Tom sold my websites and my phone numbers to a damn porn site, the highest bidder. So I never called the phone number on the CDs. If you don't have a copy of the Millionaire's Founders Kit, the office sells it for $499 now. 12 book CDs. I give it away as long as it's during the broadcast for $199. So I don't get a paycheck. I don't get commission. They do. So they got to charge a little bit more to you. That's how it works. So we take a picture of Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com. You put RW in your Zelle. Now, starting a business and running a business, oh my goodness. You've had a friend and family member rip you off. You spent thousands and crap, didn't work. So you don't know if they're going to knock you off the cliff or going to catch you, you're going to die. Hold your breath. Ever since I was a little boy, I have to get up at 2:25. Well, if I got up at 2:30, the abuser would get me. So I get up at 2:25 every day since that time. All right, I drop to my knees, say thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror. Let's understand, I didn't get a family or a mommy and a daddy like you. I had one choice, put up with the bullshit or get out of hell. I taught myself how to read at 2.5 years old because I have total recall. I memorized every real word that someone read to me. I got no excuses, neither do you. So guess what? I do a mirror test every morning. I put myself in check. It's about time you do the same thing to you. You go talk to your friends and family about an idea. You want them to encourage you, instead they interrupt you. And every friggin' time they tell you how to do your idea, they haven't done diddly squat themselves, but they want to cloud your direction. Isn't it about time you don't let that happen to you? But again, it's a goal. July 4, 2009, the yacht's in the backyard, having fun. The next day I get to die? Well, that sucks. I did hear my tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. Going to take out my heart. I got a choice. Jesus said, stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. So let's understand, no excuses. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11.5 years old, and a lot of shitty people. I've been shot twice. I've been knifed 6 times. I got no excuses. Neither do you. See, I'm really, truly one of God's examples. See, he promised us the abundance. Let's go get it. Now I'm going to show you how to get past go because I think you're stuck. How about we show you some Lamborghinis, some Duffys, some mansions? How white men do jump, stupid people say we don't. How about more Lamborghinis? How about a Duff? How about a race boat? How about a U-Dog? How about a yacht? How about a helicopter? How about a Ferrari too? See, I call this Ray's Rules. Would you like to play with me yet? We're going to use my blueprint called See It, Believe It, Go Get It. All right, I'm going to repackage your life in the next 3 to 6 months. I don't want you to think. I just want you to do what I tell you to do. Is that okay? Credit repair, it's a fraud. My magic wand doesn't work. Because I'm the guy that helped train Ken Yarber on the first place, started all this crap. So let's understand. Federal Trade Commission tells you flat out, credit repair can't collect money up front, and they're stealing money every day. You have the Credit Services Act as well. Fraud. All right, what do? You write down Section 611. You Google it and you find out what you do yourself. Simple. You see, if you got an open collection account that keeps going, you're going to have to eventually negotiate something. You got to man up, woman up, quit ripping off your creditor. Now, TRW, the report's wrong. Thomas Raymond Warridge became a Speary in 96. I drew the first one of these. Good, fair, hell no. What do we get to do? If you listen about all cars fluctuating, but these two here, you can maintain a sub-50 year extra life. No more bullshit excuse. I got an emergency, and they use these. I want to go past 20%. I got to use these. See, if you don't learn the rules and tools to balance your debt, okay, you're never going to make it. All right, so we got to understand the rules and tools, 29% rules. From there, if you have an open collection account, negotiate the damn debt. Rapid refresh and rapid scoring. Hell, I am the guy that invented it 40 years ago with Carol Stokes and Ken Yarborough. So I got no excuses for you. I call this the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. So we get to play the first 25 steps with you today. What are we going to do? We want to get you, Intuit Credit Karma. Well, they got in Credit Karma, got indicted 3 times. Intuit bought them December 3rd, 2020. Okay. The next thing you got to be very careful. There's this company called LifeLock. They've been indicted 6 times. All right, please be careful. Their last indictment was $100 million. Ay, 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 ay. From there, what I'd like to do today, not tomorrow, obtain your credit reports. I like to analyze them personally. Is that okay if I personally do it and I tell it you personally too? I have my 130 class on Saturday too. So everybody can get a 750 score within 90 days if they do what I tell them to do, but that's up to you. I call case numbers every Friday and Saturday at 1:30. Now, here's that form you didn't pay attention to. And you didn't pay attention, it's called an SS5 form. From there, it says name to be shown on card, full name of birth, other than above. So let's listen. You got an SS5 or SSN 1040, or mom, you did in 71. Okay, that's what gets you tax return. From there, that card you got in your personal wallet today, it says don't carry with you, do not laminate, and don't use for ID purposes. You're breaking the law. Congratulations. Until a bunch of idiots in the 90s start putting on the Social Security on applications or realities that never showed up there before. People got credit cards in the mail in the 80s and 90s without applying for credit. So what do? This form says don't use for ID purposes. Belongs to property of what? Social administration. Now, you got your SSN for one reason, to basically file a 1040 tax return. That's it. From there, we get to play and understand one thing. The moment you got your first paycheck a long time ago, you ask, where's my money? Well, they told you the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. So it makes this deduction cheap because you didn't pay attention and understand how to play. So write down irs.gov today. Write down 1244. That way we do a single filing and almost not pay any tax anymore, $3 to $5 million. Is that okay? I like the SS5. But I understand I compare it to the SS4 and how we receive money right in front of you. The only form the IRS ever created for basically banking and credit purposes is the one no one friggin' pays attention to. Legal name of entity, individual person. It's right there. Your banks and grocery stores and cities bankrupt locations in front of you, and you sit there going, beep, 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 beep. Didn't you ever want to know how they do it? I don't understand. I'll never understand stupid. People aren't stupid. 80% are freaking lazy. The other 20% better go see it, believe it, go get it. It's going to be up to you to play this game. The only form that does what? Banking and credit purposes. Per entity. Per what entity? I develop division process that creates entities. Your corp's allowed to do 4 things. Remember, don't take a picture, don't write it. All right, don't film. Write it down and get it here. Your corporation's allowed 4 things under Ray's rules. Buffer tax, no taxes due to your profitable. Simple. Corporate credit. Hell, here's $5 million. How much you want to write off? I mean, I don't get this. This is the easiest child's play. I've done this since I was 9.5 friggin' years old. This is what's wrong with you. Corporate credit, hell, you write it all off in the interest rate too. The car is fleet price. Hotel, free buffet. That's all your corporation gets to do under Ray's rules. You know what? Divisions are cheap, line of defense, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and on real estate, we can separate liability. If you listen very carefully and you create a line of defense under the corporate umbrella, we can build $1 million cash credit. Would that be okay? We learn to play my way for a while. The next thing is I'm going to guarantee what I say I can do. All right, in writing to you. But that means one thing. You go to class, you don't fall in your what, and you pay attention, and you go what? And you basically do what you need to do. Here's the problem. If you violate, I have 15 shitheads online that lie through their teeth, and we just launched one of the largest lawsuits to go after every one of these shitheads. Okay, because they lie. I don't like liars. I'm going to take everything they got, all right, because they pissed me off. See, what did they do? They violated the rules. When you apply for credit, you basically crash your rapid rescore. I made you sign an agreement to do 2 things. Do not apply for credit, no jack up your cards. When you do that, and you screw up the program, you got to man up and woman up and own the responsibility. You're the one who screwed it up, not blaming me. But again, that's just the way it works. I charge a fee or close cases. I got a TV show coming up and radio show too. I'm on Odyssey Radio, nationwide, and Sirius Radio too. Now, if you have an open account, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. If you have an IRS problem, they have a form for that too. So the goal is to repackage you so you're not a crook. Is that okay if we do it the right way? Step number 3. Now let's understand today that 750 is waiting for you if you pay attention. I'd like to analyze your credit today, not tomorrow. I'd like to do a rapid refresh right away, block your crappy credit, and push your scores up and away. Just like I did for this person in 3 days, 96 points. From there, if you're not a client, yeah, what do you get to do? Let's get you a rapid refresh today. Let's get you to classes on Friday and Saturday. And let's go for the 750 score. And what am I going to do? I'm going to charge you $1,000, but I'm going to give you a $1,000 card back. See, I always give you money back for what you put into a program up to times 10. During the broadcast, I discount this to $4.99. Then the card becomes $500. And with the rules and tools I gave you today, you get to maintain a 750 score the rest of your life too. Will that be okay? Now, if you don't have a corporation, I'll put you in a starter package. That means I'm going to give you the articles, also tax ID for free. If you have one, I'll build the one you got too. Set up in level 1 every Friday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you know what? I'm going to charge you $9.99. But then I'm going to hand you $5,000 of credit back. How about I give you 5 times your money back? How about $24.99? Give you $25,000 of credit, 5 times your money back. So I'm going to analyze, add history, and pop credit as soon as possible. Will that be okay if you get that program today? But if you want that kind of discount, simple. You got to do Zelle now. All right, simple bank transfer, deposit, or wire. You can also call the office at 800-254-9506. Use a card. They will charge you an extra fee of 5%. Now, here's another problem you got. Like I said, I want to rebuild your whole life. I want you to call 888-567-8688. I want you to opt out, all right, the national mailing list. Currently, you're probably a voter like me. They sell that list 412 times a year. You have a cable bill and you have a corporation. You created your own damn robocalls and junk mail. Well, that's what you did. Why don't you call the number right in front of you, opt out for 5 years or a lifetime? Would that be okay? So let's understand how to play some more. First, we got to plan the problem, because you allowed a friend and family member to rip you off. You spent thousands on crap that didn't work. We're going to create a line of defense. You're going to master the sticky, and the rules of line of defense, and we're going to make sure we know how to play. Now, when I designed this years ago, and Yarborough fell along, TRW and Experian 2, all right, it is 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. I designed the first one of these years ago. So if you listen to the rules and tools, you could actually balance your debt. Would that be okay? Once again, all cards but 2 use the 29% rule. And what do? We get the ones that do and the ones that don't. Oh, we get to maintain 750 the rest of your life. You don't bring the pain home. How dare you do that to your family? I didn't get a damn family. It pisses me off when I watch people do stupid things. I had to fight to get out of hell. So if you lose your job, have an emergency, what do? Everybody does the same stupid thing. They run out of money. They basically run out of time and money. What do? They jack up their cards in 42 days. And they want the whole world to feel sorry for them. I don't think anybody gives a shit about anybody. All right, I do, but the reality is when I was a kid, nobody gave a shit about me. So let's think today. You want 5,000 now. Okay. Let's go get this card here. See, you want $5,000 and you ask your friends and family in the bank, they tell you no because you said you need it. The average person pisses away $50 every other day. This card is $5,000 a month. It's going to be $50 a month for $5,000. Isn't that better? So they say you waste $140 a week, $600 a month. Do you know if I take $50,000 off of a card, the payment is $612.26? No more excuses. You can get 2 pieces of damn restaurants, auto income, during a damn pandemic, and you get to play and win. There I am again. Again, I guess what white men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. Nixon took the gold standard out. Now I want you to write down and raise your rules right now. And I want you to write down the following thing that I say. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not the corporate, my family. You've been sacrificing your family and you. That's ridiculous. I've never seen so much stupidity in this world in my life. This is how you have your cake and eat it too. It's Ray's rule, step number 7. Become a certified CFO and never bring the damn pain home. Why didn't you use the division process and let that be the freeing duck and sheep? What's wrong with you? Are these not turned up loud enough? Hey, there I am, dead in a coma. Why don't you Google my address at the time, find out I'm telling you the truth. I got to be in 2 comas so far. All right, I guess I'm God's example. 5.5 years old, I'm crippled for life. Jesus said, get up. I got up, freaked them all out. Last one, I got to go in and come and get to die. The devil's trying to hold us down and take it away. But God's delays are not God's denials. So today, I like to repackage it like Humpty Dumpty, because I think your way sucks. Sorry, it's true. If I do a coaching program with you, I'm going to analyze your credit every 7 days, and you and I are on the phone. If you want checkbook money, I'm going to get you up to 150 and line you up for that too. Is that okay with you? Pay attention to me. Now, what's a corporation again? Legal person. What can it do? May sue or be sued. See, the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. It makes people do stupid things. Here's a guy, I lost my job. Knock off the crap. This is ridiculous. He's not friggin' homeless. Wow, wow, wow. Nobody cares. Hey, don't give me a break. You don't understand what I had to go through. I was a billionaire through corporate structure. They stole my life. What did I do? Sold my wedding ring, Rolex, necklace, bracelet, $16,400. I took my corporation, all right, literally my 3 divisions of me and my 5 Plaza divisions. I built $1 million of freaking credit 6 weeks. What the hell is wrong with these people in this world? 6 weeks later, $1 million of damn credit. Bought my wife her next dream house. There's no reason anybody stays down unless they want to feel sorry for themselves. Simple. Division process I invented in 85, 86. Multiple locations. All kinds of goodies. I got a shitty tenant. What do I get to do? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and tell them to go kiss my assets. Divisions allow us cashing supply credit. So the only thing that should anybody ever sacrifice, because your banks and grocery stores don't sacrifice locations, they write off from the damn taxes. What did you do? I don't get it. It pisses me off to no end to watch the average consumer being that stupid and their CPAs and attorneys just stealing all their money. Create the line of defense. The only thing you're going to ever do is sacrifice from now on is a division. Not your family, not your corporation. It's ridiculous. All right? You allow me to get your tax ID. What am I going to do? I'm going to build cash credit reports. My system that I designed a long time ago, helping set up the system in the first place, tax ID allows me to set up Experian, Trender, and Equifax every step of the way. And I get to build cash credit. Will that be okay? I can line you up for checkbook money too. We get to play the game. Divisions allow us to multiply. I like that. My book called Buckets of Money. What did I create? My first matrix. This matrix created $190,000 a month. Took 18 months, 41 divisions, auto income. So maybe you just want to, let me get you the credit and loan it out, because you can make money doing that too. Or you get that auto income from someone else as well. We can play the game and win. Now, again, look at your corporation today. Please, all right, check the address. If it's your home address, please change it to a mailbox, etc., shared office space. Then kick yourself in the assets for being stupid. They sue that corp, they sue you. Kind of sucks. We don't have to bring the pain home. We never had to. This is the United States of America Incorporated. One of my books and one of my creations was 1 card into 9 more. How about 1 card into 99 more? That's called daisy chaining of credit, 2.5 million. Would you like to play yet? So the only thing that stops you is you. All right, that's the only thing that gets you in your way. Every division should be known as a bucket of money. So divisions are simple. I position them on my dashboard. I set up the Experian, Trender, and Equifax credit reports. I add 2,000 of history. We teach you to daisy chain the credit. And then from there, we build up and away. And what happens is the division costs $4.99. And if you want 3, it's $14.97. The ultimate go, it's a Zell. As we play the game. 800-254-9506. Use your card, charge 5% more. So what do? I like goodies. You like goodies yet? Division process. I got to ride with Neil Diamond a couple of times. That was fun. $10 million plus. That's how you get these kind of goodies. Your goal should be $1 million of cash credit, all right, on cards, and $5 million of checkbook money. That should be your goal. From there, if I rebuild you here and you're good and get your score up to 750 and make you CFO, from there, your corporation, we're going to go after the green spark card, unlimited up to 100,000. They have two sisters at 30,000. That's 160. If we did that times 9, is that $1 million? How about B of A times 9? Is that $1 million? How about Wells Fargo? How about A Inc.? How about gold? These are only 5 of the cards out of the 10 I like. Up to 5 million, then we go get checkbook money. The bank is going to give you unsecured up to 150 as long as you have a 2-year corp and a 2-year division. These are my 5 favorite ones to get up to $5.4 million of checkbook money. We can finance itself and write it all off. And if you screw up a division, you get rid of the bad piece. Just don't have any intent to do fraud. The ultimate goal. I got these specialty classes in rotation. Last Saturday was nonprofit. Nope, it was real estate. This Friday and Saturday at 8:30 in the morning, I'm doing a nonprofit class showing people how to get their exemptions that the average attorney charges $10,000 plus for. From there, here's what I want you to do. Let's take and get corporate credit and we'd finance the business. Let's remember it's all borrowed money. Borrowed money is not taxable. Why don't we take that credit and let's go buy our lifetime income? All right, let's go buy that franchise or that piece of property. All right, that's how you do it. You write it all off too. So we could have our cake and eat it too, raise rules, become a certified CFO, and never bring the pain home again. Now understand, let's pretend I give you a check for $1 million. What are you gonna do? First thing I watch people go, we'll buy a house and a car. I say, knock off the crap. You reference 3 times 5, you turn it to 15 million. Borrow money's not taxable. You're gonna go piss it away like you've been doing all your life too? Not acceptable. Your choice is simple, winning the battle. We're gonna play my way for a while. From there, you won the lottery. What are you gonna do? Now what? Your attorney's or tax attorney is gonna say, put in your personal account. That means you're gonna have to pay tax on the money you gain. How about you do it my way for a while? We put the money in a division of you to the corporate bank account under the corporation's bank account tax ID. How about we sit with the banker and borrow against the money? Borrow money is not taxable. How about we turn this into millions and billions while the money sits there going, me. That's all, folks. You see, you had 11 cities file bankruptcy. All right, because states and cities are corporations, and so is the United States of America Incorporated too. They filed a Chapter 9 bankruptcy. See, they don't bring the pain home like you, and you could have did the same thing if you wanted to play with no intent to do fraud. So let's understand. Let's Google bankruptcy today. The next time you have an oh shit day is if you found me in your SSN or SS4. Make a decision. It'll be up to you. So if you let me add you to my credit system, I can rebuild you. I can build you up to $1 million of cash credit. But you got to follow through and do what I ask you to do and go to class, not following your what? Beat your doubt, run your race. Get out of my way, please. From there, getting past go. God's gift. Mansions in the harbor, race boats and yachts and goodies. I like goodies, don't you? I'd like you to change your driver's license to a P.O. box, mail and address. All right, because I want you to protect your privacy. See, we got a problem today. You buy that car, what did you do? You got sweated for 5 hours. And you got 9 inquiries, and then you lost $30,000. You see, a car, all right, should not be bought that way. A car should be bought my way. It is fleet price tax ID division. It's not the fact you're writing it off. The fact is who's the registered owner. That's the one who they get sued and screwed up. Car, house. So if we buy the car to the division, we can protect ourselves. When you buy the house, you put 2 people on the loan. What's wrong with you? You know, the loan to value problem now, you screw up 2 people at the same time. How about we buy it through the trust? See, if you lose a house and a car, you know what they do? They report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. So now you got, sorry to say, double shitty credit. You see, if you do it my way, in a bumpity bump, they get dilly squat. Isn't your goal to plan the problem so no one takes it away from you too? It's up to you. Every property you get should be a division. I don't know which one's going to slip, fall, and sue me and screw me up. My house payment's offset by what? My income and all that to there. House payment offsets the taxes. Oh, Amazon didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion or double trillion. Whatever they pay tax. There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. That's the goal. He bought Twitter with borrowed money of $44 billion from 3 banks. The world watched him do it in 2 days. Then it only took him 2 weeks to screw it up and call it X marks the spot. Twiddly-dee, twiddly-dum. Here's twiddly-dum for you too. But he's got a spaceship. The reality is very simple. So this guy has a spaceship too. The ultimate goal. So you could actually join the club and win the battle and play the game to win. Run your life through a corporation or conjunction. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. There you go. Today, you get your paycheck, probably taxable income, right? The leftover. You pay car payment, gas, registration, insurance. If I was you, I'd be yelling, hell no. I'll be driving a company car. That's what I do. Now, the next thing I want you to do is basically go to irs.gov. I want you to get a hold of an SS4 form. I want you to find out it says banking and credit purposes. It's right there. It's simple. All right. See, we are ducks and sheep if we follow along and don't ask questions and learn how to play the game to win. There's Mama. Mama signed the SS5 form from 71 on. She couldn't get out of the hospital with her baby and herself unless she signed the SS5 form. That's how it works. So you buy a house, it's escrow, closed homestead trust. Your house is not in a trust and they sue you, they take it away. Then if you die, it's stuck in a probate, your family got diddly squat. You hire the contractor that hires a subcontractor that stands outside Home Depot, and they all want to steal your money. Well, my way, they get diddly squat. Is that okay? We look at irrevocable trust too. The ultimate goal is going to be up to you. Stop bringing the pain home. Let's understand. You cannot play peekaboo at the IRS making a mess. Wesley Snipes tried, went to prison for 3 years, $5 million fine. Very simple. You cannot play games. So we get to play my way. If you want to save up to 70%, your divisions will be classified as wholesale. No bill up to 90 days. You come out of escrow and you can leverage up to 15 million. Borrow money is not taxable, and you set up your line of defense. By the way, that's called step 21. That's called blackjack. From there, we get to play my way for a while. Now, here's my location just before that coma. 2009, 22,000 square foot building. First time I was always proud of myself. What did I do? When I came out of the coma, I found out I was broke. Okay, they stole it all. Wedding ring, Rolex necklace, bracelet. I didn't go home and go boohoo like most people do. I basically took out my 3 divisions of me. I took my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. And I made sure I had my 5 closet divisions and build $1 million of credit. Nobody keeps you down besides you. Then I bought my wife an extreme house. You got choices to play. There's 1,000 steps to millionaire. All right, and you got the Millionaires Founders Kit. The office is $4.99. I give it away during the broadcast for $1.99. If you want to join me next week, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have basically 25 people in the room at Marriott in Ontario, or they can be online. So it's coming up in the next week. We're going to play and go to the Millionaires Founders Kit real estate financial system, and we're going to show different ways to play the game and make sure they understand all the rules and tools. So you get all the level 1, 2s, and 3s in specialty class. 3 ways to get into the program for 3 days. 50,000 of credit built for you, 3 calls, 5,000. 25,000 of credit, 2 calls, all right, 3,000. If you just want 10,000 of credit, 1 call, you're going to basically pay $2,000. It is a Zell. Ultimate go. If you want to use a card, you can email me personally to use a card too. From there, you don't have your time. You don't. Your time has you. So if we go after the coaching programs, you're stuck with me on a weekly call. I'm going to analyze you every 7 days. I'm going to blueprint you right away. And we're going to tear it apart into pieces. We're going to make sure we have this goal list and what we're going to accomplish. All right. If you did a blueprint call by itself, it's $9.99. From there, I like boring businesses. For every 40,000 I invested before, I would get 3,000 to 10,000 a month. Every 100,000 up to 45,000 a month, every 250, 75,000 a month. So if we pick a business, like go into the expos, I think people get lost. They get stuck. From there, why don't we have you buy the business and not run it? How about we turn around and look at the types of businesses can be run by third party? How about we look at real estate franchise storage units? So you have a 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months program. 6 weeks, we want to make sure you're on the calls with me every week, an hour of blueprint. We're going to give you $25,000 in cash credit. We're going to give you an expedited rapid refresh. 9 divisions and incorporation don't have it. From there, all workshops for 90 days, up or to 6 weeks, and we're going to charge you $11,596. If you did it today, the cost for you is $4,999. All right, you can call 800-254-9506. If you want the coaching program for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, your goal should be $5 million. The 3 months lines you up. 6 months you should have your first location. 12 months you should have multiple locations, as long as you follow through what you do, what you're told to do. From here, it's simple. Once again, you can call 800-254-9506. Corporation's a legal person. Divisions are a line of defense. The only thing we're willing to sacrifice from now on is the division, not the corp and the family. All right, what are you willing to sacrifice today? What are you willing to lose? I finally got a family. No, thank you. Corporation, division's the only thing that you can actually realize that every time everybody wins, checkmate. From there, that is step 23. From there, it's like reach the dream, think to be the impossible, raise rules, all right, getting corporate divisions to millionaire, and training people to be a certified CFO. Ultimate goal. As we play this game, keep in mind, and if you have joint credit, I'll tell you to get rid of it, please. You buy a house, it's escrow, closed homestead trust. Corporations are free, period. You just pay a filing fee. Your divisions for real estate, franchise, current units, current business, and line of defense. Raise rules is where you turn around and you literally, I give you up to 10 times your money back in a program. Literally, because I want you to get past go with no more excuses. The reality is that's step 24. One more to go. From here, if all you want is a 750, let my team and I work with you. You go to class, you analyze you right away, and the ultimate goal is to do a rapid refresh. So if we did the rapid refresh, you go to class Friday or Saturday. We focus on a 750. We guide you every step of the way. You charge you $999. We give you a $1,000 card back. All right. At the end of the day, we're going to in a live event with me now. I'm going to reduce that to $499, and I'm going to give you a card for $500, a giveaway. With the rules and tools you got today, you can maintain a 750 the rest of your life. Starter package for corporation. If you don't have one, I'll give you one for free. If you do, I'll build the one you got. Set up in level 1 every Friday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. $999, 5,000 credit back to you. 5 times your investment. $24.99, 25,000 in credit. All right, 5 times your investment back to you again. Analyze, add history, pop credit right away. The ultimate goal, all you have to do from there is Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. Or call the office at 800-254-9506. Once you use a card, they will charge you a 5% fee. Referrals will build more credit, or will actually Zelle you 10% back. Well, that means they have to name your name when they sign up. If not, they blew it for you. That's why I give you my personal email address too. So remember, banks and grocery stores file bankruptcy on locations, write it off their taxes, and you chose not to pay attention and didn't look behind the curtain. We're going to teach you how to play the game. Never bring the pain home again. We're going to make sure you understand how to play correctly. And I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way. Very simple. So we're going to do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. And the bottom line is going to be up to you. So if you need to do Zelle now, or call 800-254-9506. We have specialists that are waiting for you right now too. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.